Yeah, what a great college basketball atmosphere. Credit to Houston for having a full house and just the juice in the building was awesome. We know who we're facing. It's one of the toughest teams in the country, if not the toughest. They just compete on every possession. We knew we'd have to match them on the glass or at least compete on that end. I thought that was solid for the most part. Ultimately, we fouled too much, and they got to the free throw line a significant amount of times more than we did. And then we got some guys that haven't been in this game before. I mean, a couple of years ago, we were in this game in our first year with Houston in the Big 12, and we got bullied good, and our guys saw it. And I think we had the right fight with the majority of our team, but some guys haven't felt this amount of squeeze, and it affected us. And that's to Houston's credit, man. They just beat us in paint points, beat us in the free throw line. They had some transition baskets. We had a few turnovers, and ultimately turnovers cost us. And when we got shots, we actually shot, a decent amount and played okay from three. It always has been kind of our go-to to keep us in the game, and I thought our ball movement got stale, and just our inability to leverage them was obvious. And they're a great defensive team, so give them credit.
Do you think it just kind of ultimately comes down to the turnovers in the last couple of minutes, kind of getting stagnant on offense and giving momentum kind of back to them?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a lot of that's fatigue too. I mean, you're playing a lot of minutes and you're having to face, just a extremely physical game. And, Donovan playing 39, Christian playing the whole game, and JT playing a majority of it, and I thought Jaylen Petty was tremendous. So you just get to the end of the game, and we looked fatigued in those moments. And once again, you try to put the right guys out there and give them opportunities. But that kind of game, man, it's not for the faint of heart, man. It's for the gritty. It's for the tough. It's for the ones that love. I think we had one possession where four guys came out of the game and they all had bloody lips. It's just part of what the game is. If you don't like the fight, then don't play. And that's what this game is, and that's what I love it, and that's why I respect Coach Sampson. That's why I love playing against him and love playing in this place, because it really does show who loves the grit and fight that it takes to win a basketball game.
Result aside, is that just the level of intensity you want on the defensive end?
Yeah, no, we had some great defensive possessions. I thought JT's activity, I thought we had some real stretches. Don's defense on the ball. Christian had some great ones. Jaylen Petty was great. We had some really good active possessions for a majority of the game.
Grant, down the stretch there, their freshman point guard Fleming seemed to want the ball. What did you know coming in, and what did you see in that stretch there where he really kind of made a difference?
Yeah, credit to Kingston, man. What an unbelievable man, young man of character, man. I mean, I know him well. Our staff knows him well. Just respect him, respect his family, respect how he competes, how he prepares, and he didn't play great early in the game. And I made a huge mistake at the end of the game in the way I mismanaged how we defended him on a nail play where they put him in the middle of the floor, and he made a huge three. That made one all game long. I mean, it just shows his competitive character is tremendous. And then he made that pull up, and after he made that three, I thought he was already in a mode where he was taking the game over. And give him credit, he made some big shots.
Obviously, Houston is a great defensive team, but what did they do specifically tonight to give Christian Anderson so many issues?
Yeah, well, I mean, anytime they put two on the ball, he made all the right passes. He got a little fatigued at the end and turned it over, but it's all about, we do need to free him up. We got to figure out a way to get him loose a little bit, but then when he did get in the paint, just their length at the rim caused him problems too. And he's been getting into a little bit of a flow, and they stayed connected to him and called a push off on him, and I think that kind of starts to figure out like how you're going to create some separation. And he's a tremendous player. He'll bounce back from this. I mean, this is one of those ones that you learn from, and to have this opportunity, and I got to help him too. I got to do a better job freeing him up.
In regards to Jaylen Petty, you mentioned earlier, some of these guys haven't been in an environment like this before, but for him to start the game the way he did and just compete all night, what did you see from him?
Yeah, Jaylen Petty is not scared, man. To me, he's in that same ballpark of competitive character. He shows up every day and works. He does not shy away from coaching. He wants the hard things. He loves winning, and he cares more about winning than he does playing good. And in games like this, that shows who people really are, and that's why I think he played so good. And that's why I loved him too, because he didn't play perfect defensively, but he had so many good possessions. I mean, we held him under 40% from the field and 24% from three. I mean, those numbers should give us an opportunity to win the game, which it did, and he was a big reason why.
Josiah go through all the warm-ups. Is he kind of trending towards coming back sooner rather than later? What about the other kind of big guys so JT doesn't have to play 38 minutes?
Yeah, well, we're hoping to get those guys back, specifically Mariel and Luke. I think they're probably closer than Josiah, if I'm guessing. But, man, it's I quit asking, to be honest. So, I'm just going to say, hey, who can show up and practice and play today, and I'm not even trying to guess. I know these guys are available to play today, and we put them out there, and they gave us a good fight, but obviously wasn't good enough in the Big 12. And honestly, I got to do a better job, as usual. I mean, I kick myself in these games when I know I'm trying to bring people along and probably stick with some of the flow to try to create some offensive advantage, and we need more fight than that. And we got it from a majority of the guys, but not everybody. Thank y'all.